Hello. Okay, so I'm going to try out this new program called Rebelle. It's by Escape Motion, I believe it is. Okay, so my goal for me is to achieve thick, rich, painterly paint that looks realistic, it blends well, and it has texture, lots of texture. And I want to be able to paint with that. So I'm trying out different programs. I used Corel Painter for quite a while. I've used Fresco and I've used Procreate, and they all have different aspects. But I think, from what I've been looking at, I think Rebelle might have more of that thick, painterly effect I'm looking for. In fact, I know it does because I tried it before I got on here. So I'm going to share it with you because I'm really excited to use this program. All right, so if you look on the left-hand side, you will see that there are all these palettes, and the very top one has little brushes and pens and pencils and stuff like that. So if you click on them, they'll also, as you hover over them, it'll tell you what they are. So like the first one is oils and acrylics. The next one is expressive oils. Let me see here. The other one's watercolor. There's a pinpoint, pencils, all kinds of things, markers, things like that. Then below that is where you can change the size, how much loading is, like how much paint is on your tool that you're using, and then oiliness. In this case, since I'm on the brushes, I wonder if it changes according. Oh, okay, so different brushes will give you different options. So since I'm in the oil and acrylic brushes, it's giving me oiliness. But if I was like in the pinpoint or the watercolor, it's giving me more like how much water is on the brush. So this palette here is connected to whatever tool you're with. It's accommodating it, giving it different options. And then below is all the different brush heads that you have. You know, there's really bristly ones, and I'm sure that those also change according to the brush you have. Of course it does, because here I'm on watercolor brush. It's giving me different watercolor brush tips. Let's try the oil and acrylic. Oh, and it gives me different oil and acrylic tips, and it even gives me, like, let's see, rounds, flats. If you're familiar with traditional brushes, flats are flat, rounds are round. There's a knife, which is a palette knife. Ooh, that's a way to get some very thick sort of impasta. That sounds like a pasta. Impasto paint. So very thick paint. There's grunge and all kinds of things. All right, so I tried it earlier. I had to play with it a little bit, but boy, I got the effects I wanted. So I'm just going to dive right in and show you what I did. Okay, so I'll pick, I think I used the expressive oils. Yes, I did. And then I tried a palette knife because I'm going for the really thick stuff, you guys. There's knife texture. I think I'll be on that one. Let's see, my size is here, and I can see, you know, sort of the size. And then, ooh, I like the rough edges there. Let's try over. Okay, so on my right side is where I can pick colors. There's a nice little color wheel. So like I can pick a color, and on the color wheel on the outside, and then on the inside I can drag the circle and get different shades of that color. So really light I can see, or really dark, and everything in between. So let's do that. Okay, now see, this is not blending very much, and that's because you also have the ability to change, let's see, opacity, oiliness, and so forth. So I'll try that a little. That's not doing it. I'll do opacity. That's just making it more transparent. So what I really want is there's a couple little brushes underneath here, and one is, okay, so I'm on the paint one, but there's wait a minute, there's paint and mix, there's paint and blend. I'm still learning this, so I'm going to try the paint and blend. Let's see if it starts to blend. Not yet. And then there's also just blend. Oh, that one's starting to work. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try a different, let's see, I think I'll try it round oily. And I'm going to put it on the blend option. Oh yeah, that one really blends, doesn't it? So, okay, so I'll get like a totally different color here, like a red, and you can see now I'm going to move in to these other areas. Oh, I'm not on blend. It switches back to that painted blend. I want to get just blend. There we go. And you can see that it's smushing around the paint, and I'm getting all these other different colors. So that's what I'm looking for. That's part of it, is I want the paint to blend together. The other part that I'm looking for is texture. This one doesn't have that much texture. I mean, it has a nice brushy look on the edges, but I want really thick dimensional texture, like it's coming off of the painting. So I know that that's going to have to be probably in either flat and oily, or I'm going to say the knife is going to be a good place to get it. So let me see. I don't see the knife. I just see flat. Let's try the regular acrylic. There's the knife. Let's try that. Okay, so there's knife smooth, knife, ooh, texture. Let's do it. I want it really big. Oh, let's see, make the size a little bigger. Okay, Alt allows you to, if you hold down Alt, it gives you a circle, and you can pick a color, and see it puts it in there. So that's one way to pick your colors real quickly. Besides going to the wheel, is to hold down Alt, and it'll pick a color off of where you're working. It has it in the beginning, so there's some tutorials up here that teach you a few of the shortcuts. So later, if you want to learn what they are, go up to help, and then there's like an intro tutorial. And I already forgot what the shortcut was for size, so sorry. I'll have to use the old-fashioned way over here, the slider. And then, let's see, I'll get into blend. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm starting to see a little bit of more dimensional texture happening. And I do love the way it's blending. Let's try a different one. How about knife grainy? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll put it on blend. Whoop, it kind of switches back whenever I pick a color, so I have to go back and make sure over here that it's on blend. That's what I want. I want it to blend and have lots of texture. Okay, I'm going to move in closer here. Let's see, Control Plus will allow me to move in closer, or I can use the wheel on my mouse and go in and out. Oh, look at that texture. Yeah. This is definitely a program that is probably going to have more of what I'm looking for. I actually, I don't know. I wasn't getting the kind of effect I wanted in Corel quite. I mean, there are some great things about Corel, but I kept hearing about Rebelle, and now I'm liking it. So I'm going to go further into exploring this and doing some paintings, and I will definitely share with you. Oh, look at that one. That one's Rake Sharp. Oh yeah, that, oh man, that's the one. Okay, Yeah, so later I will go ahead and share with you guys some of the paintings that I'm working on using this. I have a sneaky suspicion that this is the painting program that I am going to next be diving into. Woohoo! All right, until next time, I'll talk to you later. And hit subscribe to learn about new and upcoming videos and fun tutorials.